Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Um, I have gotten many requests to do a video uh, showing or teaching how um, people or trainees specifically that are interested in getting sequence data can get or find these data for practice. In the past, what we have done is we'll go back and forth emailing fastq files um, for practice, but that works, but it is not very efficient. The efficient way, like I always do in all my trainings, is to provide students and participants the ability for them to find and to be independent so they don't need to rely on the trainer as much and only rely on the trainer for a high level of a guidance. So instead of continuing to provide you with fastq files for practice, I am going to teach you how you can find your own fastq files um, to be used in your practice for bioinformatics or for data analysis. So, and once again, if you go through this and you have any issues or you're not sure what you're looking at, that is when you can reach out to me for assistance. For now, I'm just going to share my screen and show you one database that is easily accessible, very user-friendly, and has a lot of data on fastq files for various sequencing instruments that you can download and use to practice your bioinformatics. So to share my screen, we will go to our old friend, Google. Let's go share screen. Excellent. So we'll go to Google and then we'll type in ENA. ENA is the European Nucleotide Archive, and that has a lot of core biodata resources. It has a lot of fastq files, which is what we care about, at least for this training. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the European Nucleotide Archive and go to the browser interface. So the way the interface works, you have home, submit if you want to submit your sequences, which I will encourage people to share data because right now we are going on this platform to use data that other people have submitted for practice. If they did not submit them, then we would not have the data to practice. So the more data we can share, the more volume we would have for everyone to practice. And then there's the search engine. There's about support. So what we care about right now is the search. We want to search ENA. That brings us to this page. So let's say we want to find SARS-CoV-2 data for practice. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to type in SARS-CoV-2. Then since I'm interested in fastq files, I'll just add in fastq and I'll search. Immediately, I see a lot of resources coming up for fastq files. So I'm just going to zoom in the first one. So it says gridiron right here. Gridiron sequencing. So it looks like this submission did gridiron sequencing the gridiron. They did the Arctic amplicon sequencing of SARS-CoV-2. And it has the fastq file. So this is going to be ONT. So if you're looking for ONT data, you have it here. Let's see what else we have. SARS-CoV-2 fastq. There's a wastewater surveillance sample from wastewater metagenome for SARS-CoV-2. So they probably had wastewater sequencing, but specifically used the SARS-CoV-2 primers to see if they could find any SARS-CoV-2 sequences in the wastewater sample. So you can see there's a lot of information here for SARS-CoV-2. Let's try something different. Let's try Mpox. Mpox fastq to see if we have anything on Mpox. Okay. So we have some files on Mpox. We have Illumina NovaSeq parent sequencing, isolated Mpox without skin lesion. So there's an Mpox sample. There's more Mpox. Excellent. So there's some data for Mpox. Let's try one more. So you can play with this and see what other pathogens they have. Let's try HIV. HIV fastq. Let's see what comes up. Ah, they have HIV. So they did Illumina MySeq paired sequencing. It's a ACH2 passage. I'm not sure, but HIV-3 was done sequenced on the Illumina MySeq. This one did sequencing comparing saliva for HIV patients, then healthy subjects with HIV. Okay, so these are all, there is some data for HIV. So let's go back to SARS-CoV-2. So you can see you can search for measles, polio, and they should have all those sequences. It looks like they have a lot of sequences there. So to download the sequences, the fastq files, I'm just going to add on fastq so I can limit the number of options I see to only fastq files. Okay. So I see the first one, if you're looking for ONT data, gridiron sequencing is good for practice. So I go ahead and click on the SRX number. Let's go out of the page. There we go. SRX. It brings me to the submission page. In the submission page, I see that it's for organism acute respiratory syndrome. So I know it's coronavirus 2. It was sequenced on the Oxford nanopore gridiron. Excellent. When I scroll down a little bit, it shows the read files. And on here, I see a fastq file. Let me zoom right there. A fastq file. One thing to remember is for ONT, you usually have one fastq files. And for Illumina, you have two, read one, read two, or R1, R2 for each sample. If you do paired end sequencing, which most sequencing are, at least for SARS-CoV-2. So we confirm this is fastq file. I'm just going to click on this, or you can select it, but you can click on the fastq file, and then that will start downloading the file. And you can see it's downloading. So this would download the file into your downloads folder. So that is how you get and download fastq files. Sometimes this will be missing. If it's missing and you don't see this page, this read file page, it just means that, let me zone out. It just means that where it says data, the read files section is hidden because you can hide it. So if I hide it, then now when you go down, you are not going to see the file because it's hidden. So if you don't see it there when you first click on it, it's fine. Just go back and then go to read files show, zoom in more, show, and now when you come down here, you will see the file. So my file has downloaded onto and that's how you can get these files. Let's go and try one more. Let's go back. And let's go see SARS-CoV-2, go fastq. Let's see if you can find one for Illumina so you can see how it looks like. Get my fastq together. Okay. So this one doesn't have anything. This doesn't say it's a minion or gridiron. So let's see if it's Illumina. So once again, I click on the run name. This is like it's French. Gen epi SARS-CoV-2 fastq, but it doesn't tell me what it was used to sequence, but that's fine. Remember, if it's 2, I know it's Illumina. If it's 1, I know it's ONT. No data. Okay, so this one doesn't have any data. So we can go back and find another one. Let's go back here. Let's go to this one. This is from the same place, same institution. Let's go to, let's type in SARS fastq. As you can see, you just have to target your search. You can do a search where you can do more of an in-depth search and narrow down your resources more, but I just wanted to see everything. So let's see. Study, there are 28 projects, sample, experiment. Oh, I found one. So I went to project and I see one that says SARS-CoV-2 Illumina sequences. Let me zoom. So PRJ. And okay, I see read files. And let's make sure it's not hidden because then you will not see the fastq files. And I come down, this is SARS-CoV-2 Illumina sequences by Massachusetts General Hospital. They submitted this, and I see, so now you can see how once this sample has fastq 1 and then 2 fastq, so read 1, read 2. And you can see that for all the samples. So if you wanted to, because some of these files can be big, I would not suggest downloading all. You can if you want to, but it would just take a long time to download all of them. So usually what I do is I just pick, if I'm practicing, I only need a few. So I can just select these 4 and download them for these 2 samples, or you can just click directly on the fastq GZ. So I just click on this one, and it will start downloading. And then click on the read 2, and it will start downloading. So you can download them one by one. Once you download them, they'll go in your downloads page. You open up folder and downloads. And you can see that they are unconfirmed downloads. So that is how you download fastq files for practice for a lot of different pathogens. Let's see if they have something for metagenomics. We saw that one for the wastewater. But let's say if you're interested in metagenomics to practice. Let's see. If we type in metagenomics fastq, let's see what comes up. Ah, I see seems like a lot of things are popping up. Okay. So yeah, 5,000 runs, 1,000 experiments. Okay. So this is metagenomics sequencing on the ONT. This is Illumina paired end sequencing metagenomics of the Crater Lake. Valorized fertilizer, fastq. So there are metagenomics. Uh, let's see how these files look like. So Illumina metagenomics, we'll click on the first one. Let's see if we have some fastq data. I see read files, so it means there are some data. So this was done on Illumina, MySeq, paired end. So I'm looking for two files, metagenomic of the Crater Lake. So I can see that for this sample, there's two files because I know it's Illumina paired end. So read one, read two. So you can click on it to download them, and then you can practice how to analyze metagenomic samples. So yeah, this is just a quick introduction of how you can use this database ENA, the European Nucleotide Archive, to find a lot of free, accessible, user-friendly fastq files to download and practice with for your bioinformatics trainings, practice sessions, or your data analysis pipelines to just get more acquainted with analyzing genomic data. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. Bye, and stay tuned for the next video.